Hello everybody, Brandon McDonald here, and welcome back to all new movie news. Brandon McDonald, and today, so if you watch my channel, you've probably already seen this, but Michael Keaton's Batman is returning. Yeah, I'm so excited for this. I did like Michael Keaton's Batman, but after he left in that franchise, it was really good, especially when they took Tim Burton off. That's what made him stop being Batman. So Michael Keaton did a great job, and I'm really here. But without further ado, let's get into the article. Hello everybody, Brandon McDonald here, and today we are recording this article. Like I said, here's the article. What Michael Keaton's Batman return means for the DCEU. Andre Muschietti's The Flash will reportedly reintroduce Michael Keaton's Batman to the DCEU, a decision with huge implications for DC's future. Reports suggest Michael Keaton's Batman is set to make his return to DCEU with Andreas Muschietti's The Flash, something that promises to reshape the DCEU as we know it. Aside from turmoil around Justice League, it is a tale of two directors. The Flash has been the most difficult DC project to get into production due to a slew of behind-the-scenes issues. The film has gone through numerous potential directors and screenwriters, including Chris Lord and Phil Miller, Rick from, I can't pronounce that name, and John Francis Daly and John Goldstein, as a result of conflicting interests in the film's story, directions, and vision. Finally, in July 2019, Andreas Muschietti of It fame agreed to direct the film, this time with a release of June 3rd, 2022. Earlier reports on the direction of the script indicated that DC Comics' reboot storyline Flashpoint would be a heavy inspiration for the film, adapted several times before, most notably in season 3 of The Flash, as well as animated film The Flashpoint Paradox. The iconic adjacent event sees Barry Allen travel back in time to save his mother from being murdered, only to wreak unfathomable damage on the timeline. In the comics, these damaging changes include a war between the Atlanteans and the Amazons, a world in which Superman is caught and experimented on by the U.S. government, and arguably the most well-known change, a timeline in which Bruce Wayne is murdered, resulting in his father Thomas Wayne becoming a lethal version of Batman. While fans can expect to see some form of timeline trickery in The Flash, Muschietti promised earlier this year that the film would be a remix of the famous comic book storyline, not a full adaptation. Fans were understandably confused by the statement, but now reports suggest that Michael Keaton, who played the Dark Knight in Tim Burton's first two Batman films, may be reprising his role as Bruce Wayne in The Flash. Not only is this a major change from the source material, but it's also a huge shakeup within the composition of the DCEU. one which that implies more massive changes to follow. The idea of the multiverse is not a foreign one to comic book fans, especially fans of characters from the big two. Both Marvel and DC continually reinforce the idea of a sprawling multiverse in which infinite versions of the classic heroes live and thrive. But unlike Marvel, who usually only plays around in the multiverse toolbox on rare occasions, the concept is banked into very DNA of DC Universe. Storylines such as 1985's Crisis on Infinite Earths and 2005's Infinite Crisis truly emphasized the importance of the idea, and now DC has run with it with popular story arcs and even new villains such as the Batman Who Laughs arising from it with the Arrowverse. DCEU DC decided to bring the multiverse concept to the small screen with a highly anticipated live-action adaptation of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now DCEU seems to be doing it themselves, something that sets them apart from their competition at the MCU. While Marvel prefers to weave their stories together as tightly as possible in service of a long-running and cohesive continuity, it seems as if DCEU is doing the exact opposite and throwing rigorous continuity to the wind. This is in favor of a filmmaker-driven, creatively unique storytelling style, where directors and writers feel free to tell the types of stories they want without worrying about infringing on canon. Audiences could already see the direction being taken with films such as Todd Phillips' Joker, so it's refreshing to see DC properly double down on this approach. So yeah, that's the article. I'm not gonna read anymore, but you get the gist. It's just so crazy that we're even getting that. So yeah, guys, he's coming back to play Batman, and I'm so excited. I was a big Michael Keaton fan of his Batman when I was a kid, and it was really good. I also grew up on Christian Bale's Batman. He was pretty good too. So yeah, it's crazy that we're actually getting him back. I gotta tell my mom, because she'd be so excited to hear that. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be an exciting movie to see him in The Flash, and I flocked to theaters to see it. Theaters are opening up in 2 months, so I'll start movie reviews again, so stay tuned for that. Please subscribe and help me grow this channel to 100 movie lovers strong. Also, hit that bell beside the subscribe button, click on all, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And stay tuned. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we will reach the live stream for the new book. Thank you. See you out there, movie lovers. This is Brandon McDonald signing off.